Hello everyone! I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, and safe. If you're new here, my name is Rhonda with Rhonda's Craft Frenzy. And if you're not new, thank you so much for stopping back. It means everything. I'm going to continue with my Christmas from now until the end of the year. I love it so much. I hope you do too. Super simple home decor is what I do here, if you don't know that. I love it, I enjoy it, and it means everything that you're here with me. So without me sitting here chattering on and on and on, I'm going to do what I do. I'll beat you to the craft table. DIY number one, I start out with these three super cute picture frames from Dollar Tree. I took the wrappers off the bow and all the metal pieces, including the backing, the part that holds it up. After they were stripped, I painted them with Waverly's mineral colored chalk paint. I did the front, the sides, and the back. Once they were dry, I took a paint marker in a black color and went through the grooves of it. Then I used ink colored chalk paint to go around all the edges and then over the front in a dry brushing technique just to age it a little bit. Next, I used my Dremel to put holes in the bottom of each one of those frames. And then I used hot glue in each one of those holes to put skewer sticks in. I set those aside to dry and I grabbed this round, chunky piece of wood that came from Dollar Tree. I marked out where I wanted 3 holes and again used my Dremel to add the holes because this would be the base to hold those frames. Then I painted it using a mineral colored chalk paint, 1 coat, and once it was dry I went over it with the ink colored chalk paint in a dry brushing technique. I wanted it to look like one piece with the frame. And once that was dry, I used these large red letters. I've had them for quite some time and I'm not sure where they came from, but you could use your cutting machine or you could use any stickers that you had from the dollar store. I just spelled out joy on them and then I Mod Podged over it. I put the J on the longest stick and then the O on the middle sized and the Y on the shortest. Then I put a dab of hot glue in each one of those holes on the base and I put the sticks in. I put the two longest ones in the back and then the shortest one in the front because I wanted it to read joy. And lastly, I used some greenery because I wanted to decorate the bottom. I didn't want it to be quite so plain. And I think it's super pretty and I hope you all like it too. For DIY number two, I had this black frame and I had a perfect idea for it. The center was gray, so I started out by painting that with ink colored chalk paint from Waverly. I did the center part and I also went over the frame of it. I found this beautiful window cling at the Dollar Tree, so I added a coat of Mod Podge to the frame, laid the reindeer on it, and added another layer over the top. And then I set it aside to dry. And once it was dry, I found some florals that I liked. I added them to the bottom using hot glue just to give it a little bit more interest. I added a jute hanger on the back and that was it. I just love this piece and I really hope you get some inspiration to do one for yourself. DIY number 3. This one I'm on the fence about. There are things that I like about it, but it's really not my favorite. Drop me a comment and let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I covered the front in craft paper first, and then I traced it out and attached it with a glue stick. And then I used this piece of material I had from my last year's stash, which is what I'm on the fence about. If I had another piece of material, I would have used that, but I like to use what I have, so it is what it is. I traced it out and cut it first. And to adhere it, I used Mod Podge. I put a layer of it first down, then I laid the material on top of that, and I added another pretty thick coat of it over the top. Then I added different kinds of greenery. It was pine with a little bit of sparkle in it. I put some red berries on it as well, and I glued them in place using hot glue. Then lastly, I grabbed this cute little rustic church that I had in my stash, and it was finished. Although it's not my favorite, I hope someone likes it. I appreciate you spending your time here with me, and I hope you found some inspiration in my video. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you saw something you like, hit that thumbs up button. Don't be shy with those comments. I hope to see you next time, and until then, keep those glue guns at the ready.